Hello, Jacob from Greer Home Solutions. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, Jacob. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear more information, let's just set up a quick phone call and I can answer any questions for you. And if not, then definitely take the free tips and strategies I'm going to give you today on this video, and you can actually go ahead and apply them all to your site all by yourself, and I'll even give you some more tips that you could use for your site yourself as well. Alright, so we're going to talk about 3 things. The first thing we'll talk about is content, and then we're going to talk about citations, and we're also going to talk about backlinks. So I'm on your page now, and I'm just looking to see how many words of content you do have. Google recommends having about 1,500 to 2,000 words of content. The reason that they want so much is because any site that has that much content, they know they're giving away a lot of free information, and a lot of information that's helpful to other people. And that's what they want, essentially, Google to just have a lot of information on it, which is going to attract more people, essentially building their own brand. And the other site that I'm going to talk about is Superior Roofing, who's one of the top results in the area. And the reason why is because that's the competition of who you'd want to get ahead of, when getting your site ranking a bit higher, and that's what we'll talk about. So Superior Roofing, as we scroll through their page, you can see they also do not have the 1,500 to 2,000 words. One thing they do have, though, is they do have a blog, and blogs also function very similar to that much content, where they offer a lot of free advice, tips, strategies as well, and they can actually be searched individually. So they give back something similar to a lot of content. But ideally, why would you have one when you could have both, right? Why not have the content with the blog as well, right? The other reason that we do want so much content, though, is the more content we have, the more keywords or keyword phrases we can put into that content. As an example, I just put in roofing Columbus, Georgia. This is also what a new customer would search if they were looking for a service in the area and didn't have someone in mind. First, they're going to find these ads, and the second thing they're going to find is this map section. And this section here is what brings us to our second topic, which is citations. So right now you can see the top 3 companies show up here in this little map section in the preview window. You could view all to see all the ones that do qualify for that. However, to get just on the main Google page, just the top 3 do show up. And that's all based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed exactly the same together on every site. Like for instance, LLC, you can't have LLC on one and not on the other. It has to be all the exact same. Same with the address and phone number. And then whoever has the most sites for citations is going to be ranked on this top 3. And directory sites, these are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor. Social media can also, you could connect your Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, all of those as well. After that, you're going to get to the organic section. We're going to have 10 results show up here per page. So if you want to be on the first page for any result, you just have to get in the top 10 for that keyword. So if we were looking at roofing Columbus, Georgia, number 1 goes to Better Business Bureau, 2 goes to Home Advisor, 3 goes to Yelp, 4 goes to Superior Roofing, 5 Yellow Pages. So all of these are directories except for Superior Roofing. And some people think it's hard to outrank a directory, but actually they're very easy to beat. Google prefers the local companies to directories. Right, so the next thing I did here was I took your website, Greer Home Solutions, plugged it into a program I use called Ahrefs. This allows me just to kind of analyze your site and to see how it's doing. So the first thing I do notice is that you've got your headers at the top of the page. That's a really good thing. It allows Google to find you a little bit easier. Usually I recommend putting your business name and having a keyword or 2 in there, which you guys do have. So the third thing that we're going to talk about today is backlinks, and those do go hand in hand with referring domains. So let's just talk about these quickly. So the 7 referring domains, these are websites that you guys have links on. When somebody clicks one of those links, it sends them back to your homepage, GreerHomeSolutions.com. So on the 7 sites you guys do have some kind of link on, you have 13 links. So there's 13 links on the 7 pages, so almost 2 per site. And like I said, as my example with Facebook, if you had like a Facebook business page and on the website you put your web address for your business because you link the 2 together, that would be a referring domain, and that link would be a link back to your site. Next up, you guys do have 96 keywords, and these are what really bring the visitors in. And the 96 you guys have are bringing you 6 visitors to your site. So one quick note on referring domains and backlinks. The more of these you have, they work as this site essentially vouching for you and pointing back to yours. That will increase your trust over here. The higher this is, the more keywords you'll rank for, which will bring you more visitors. So right now you guys are averaging the 6 per month. I'm going to hop over to Superior Roofing. We can see they actually don't have their headers, which I would recommend because it would help them get found a little easier. Their trust is a little higher, and that's because they have 63 referring domains, sending them back about 216 links to their site. They do have 685 keywords they can be found for, partially due to that higher trust number, and they have 99 visitors coming to their site every single month. So what I want to do next is we're quickly going to look at the keywords. We're going to start with your page, Greer Home Solutions. First thing we see is your name, Greer, GA for Georgia. 50 people do search that phrase exactly like that. And the position, this is what number you guys come in at if we search this on Google. And we know the top 10 is going to be on the first page, so number 6 puts you just past the middle of the first page. And from that, you're getting about 2, almost 3 visitors per month of the 50. So the higher up your ranking is, the higher percentage you'll get. Usually number 1 gets you between 20 and 35%. And then home remodeling, Columbus, Georgia, 60 search that. For this one, you guys are number 13. That's going to put you at towards the top of the second page. We've unfortunately found that, and as you can see, there's 0.8. It's less than 1 visitor of the 60 because people generally don't go to page 2. We found 80 to 85% of people will not even go to page 2. So for you guys, you do have some of the right keywords. It's just a matter of getting you ranked higher because you can see most of these you're on page 2 or 3 or even 4. The only one you're on page 1 for is this first one, so I would say that's really where your traffic's coming from. If we hop over quickly to Superior Roofing, we have Roofing Columbus, Georgia, which is a really good one for bringing in new customers, and that's why I use it as my example, because 200 people do search it every month, and they are in position 4 for that, so they're getting 17 of the 200. And for the next one, Superior Roofing, Auburn, Alabama. Now this is got their name in it, but just as an example, you see they're number 1 for that, and that's why they're getting 13 of the 40, so they're getting a much higher percent like we talked about with number 1. Basically, the more of these you can add up and get in that top 10, and especially the higher up you can get them, top 3 especially, you'll get a lot more traffic, and it starts to really add up, and there's no limit. You can just keep adding more and more and get more and more visitors. So actually, if you look down, they only have a couple 1s. There's a lot of 5s, 7s, even the 17, and even that's their name. But some of the other ones, like this one, they're number 6. So there's definitely room to get ahead of them, and we already know that some of the directories are ahead of them in the search that we did. So we know that they actually are very beatable. Now for you guys, we used to talk about getting 3 to 5 keywords, and that's going to bring you about 100 visitors. 100 visitors to your site generally translates to around 20 to 30 actual phone calls to you guys. And, depending on what your closing ratios, estimates to jobs landed, it's probably anywhere between 2 and maybe 4 jobs per month. And maybe yours is higher. So now that you have the info, there's really 3 things you can do with it. Obviously, if you're not looking to expand your business or grow it anymore or bring new customers, you don't have to do anything with it. If you have someone you currently use and you're happy with them, I'd recommend maybe showing the video. Maybe there's 1 or 2 things in here that could help them. And if you guys either don't have someone or maybe you're not happy with who you have, definitely reach out. I can answer any questions for you. Thank you guys for your time and have a great day.